Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of our vocal processing series for Abletunes. This is Architect. Let's go ahead and get started. So if you tuned in for the other two parts of our series, you'll know that we went over our gate, compressor, Abletunes stereo vocal overdrive, some multi-band dynamics techniques, EQing, and a de-esser, as well as how to create a little bit of space around our vocal. So we have a pair of vocals right here. This audio waveform right here was simply copied over from our top vocal here. What we've done to create some space around this guy, we've gone in, we've set our pan position to 40 left and 40 right. Our track delay, we've gone in and we've set one at a -8 milliseconds and one at a +10 milliseconds. Now the way that you can do that is you go over here to live, you go to view, you go to track delay. That's actually going to pop up your milliseconds here so that you can do this. This is a really useful technique for whenever you're doing acoustic guitars or anything where you have a mono track but you're wanting to give it a really wide presence. So on this, what we've done here, we've copied our gate over from our lead vocal. We've copied our compressor over, we've copied our limiter over, we've opened up a new instance of EQ8 however, and then we've copied our Abletunes Easy De-esser over. So what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to click back and forth between 13 and 14. You're immediately going to see this EQ8 right here change. The reason that this EQ is changing is because we wanted slightly different bandpass so that it gives your ear sort of an audible illusion from left to right. That coupled with the 8 millisecond and 10 millisecond delay is going to create a really cool chorusing effect on this vocal. Since this is the same exact vocal that we've just copied over from our lead, we can use the same gate, compressor, and limiter. All we've done is change up our EQ settings a little bit. So let me solo this 13 track and let me solo this 14 track here, and let's take a listen to these.
I wanna go somewhere different tonight. I wanna see someplace new and out of sight.
Okay, very cool. You can see our gate is taking out any of the headphone noise, same as it did in our lead vocal. We have a mild compression setting on this, the limiter in case anything peaks out, and then our two bandpass filters so that we're letting the lead vocal stand out right in the center. What that's doing is creating a nice width for us, but it's keeping our main vocal centered in the mix, and that's where we want our focus to be, is dead center. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to solo our lead vocal, I'm going to solo the two background vocals, and then I've brought the volume down right here, you can see, to about -23. Okay, so I'm going to slowly bring that volume up under the lead vocal until we have it sitting where we want. Let's take a listen.
I wanna go somewhere different tonight. I wanna see someplace new and out of sight.
Okay, so now you can tell how this chorusing effect has really made our vocal open up. It sounds huge, but yet we have a nice center, we've got a nice width, and then our center vocal right here is carrying the real punch right down the middle. So the next thing we want to do is we want to cover this left vocal here and this right vocal. Now these are a different waveform, as you can see, than the top, so it hasn't been copied over. It's not just a double of the lead vocal. This right here is going to be a secondary harmony vocal. So if you look on this left one, we'll start with it. We have copied our gate over, we've copied an EQ8 over, and then we've copied our Abletunes Easy De-esser over. If we go to the next one, the right one, we have the same exact plugins. We've copied our gate, we've copied our EQ8, and we've copied our Abletunes Easy De-esser. So if you click back and forth here and here, you'll notice that we have a different equalizer setting. The reasoning for that is because the more frequencies that you have being used up in your spectrum, the wider, the larger, and the bigger your mix is going to sound. So between these two, we've got a little bit different EQ setting. Other than that, our gate and our Abletunes Easy De-esser are both the same. The next thing we've done, we've come over here and we've set our pan setting at 30 to the left, and we've set our other one at 30 to the right, so this is going to spread them out a little bit. Unlike the previous vocals where we used a track delay and did 8 milliseconds and 10 milliseconds, we're setting at a 0 millisecond delay right here. So let's take a listen to these two vocals real quick as they're setting.
Higher, we'll fly across the sea. Higher, there's no better place to be.
So with all of these vocals going on, you've got a really nice spread through the frequency range, which is going to create a really full vocal. Let's take a listen to these four background vocals here now all together.
Higher, we'll fly across the sea. Higher, there's no better place to be.
Okay, now you notice how there isn't very much top end on there. The reason there isn't much top end is because these guys here, all of these vocal tracks are meant to be just something that's going to be sitting off to the side to make it really large. So I'm going to pop in the lead vocal, which should be your main focus point, and let's listen to it from there.
Higher, we'll fly across the sea. Higher, there's no better place to be.
Now you're getting a grasp of kind of what we're doing with spreading all of these out and everything. So down here you can see that we've got our L2 and then we've got our R2. What we've done is we've brought those in even a little bit more close to the lead vocal, which is pan top dead center. We've got 22 to the left, 22 to the right. Once again, we have a 0 millisecond track delay on both of them. If you look at the waveform here, right up the middle, you can see where this is a little break in between the vocal. So this right here is going to be a little bit of an accent vocal. So we'll probably want a little bit of top end in there because we want this to really pop through. What we've done, once again, we've copied our gate over, we've opened up an instance of EQ8, and we've copied over our Abletunes de-esser, and on the end of this we've copied over our compressor. On our R2 vocal, we've done the same exact thing. The L2 and the R2 are going to be the same exact processing. So we've got our gate, we got our EQ8, we have our Abletunes Easy de-esser, and then we've got our compressor. And we're going to run with that. So let's listen to these two by themselves.
Take me higher, across the sea. Take me higher.
Okay, cool. Sounding very good. We've got a nice frequency band here that's nice and wide, so we're getting a lot of these vocals. This is going to pop in this little hole right here whenever this vocals are coming out. So let's take a listen to every vocal together all at once now.
Higher, take me higher. We'll fly across the sea. Across the sea. Higher, take me higher. There's no better place to be. No.
Let's take a listen to that with the instrumental track.
Higher, take me higher. We'll fly across the sea. Across the sea. Higher, take me higher. There's no better place to be. No better place. Higher, take me higher.
All right, very cool. So that's what we've got going on with all of our vocals and our instrumental track. The last couple of things that we're going to do here is we're going to add a little bit of reverb, we're going to add a little bit of delay, and then across the entire group, we're going to have an EQ that's going to affect everything with our de-esser and a compressor just to kind of mesh everything together, because when you've got 8, 10, 12 vocal tracks, you need something that's really going to glue everything together. Make sure and join us for our fourth and our final installment for this video series on vocal processing, where we will be going over reverb, delay, and then group vocal processing. This is Architect for Abletunes. Thank you for listening.